we can talk about the offense a lot, and I agree with you guys. The offense tonight just wasn't. It was very bland. I'm trying to bring up defensive stats. How many tackles for a loss were there? 1, 2, 3, like 6 or 7. How did Will Anderson do tonight? He looked like he made more of an impact. I only had 1 tackle for a loss. Interesting. Because last week he was nowhere to be found. 4 sacks. Not that surprising. Mississippi State, a team that likes to get the ball out quick. Reason I have so much concerns because when you play really good teams, that could hurt Bama. We saw it last week. We saw it with against Tennessee, but that was more on the defense. Like, if are we blaming the offense for the Tennessee game? Because they put up 42 points on the road. I wouldn't blame the offense for that one. But you saw the Georgia, and I can't really even put the Georgia game on them because they didn't have their 2 best receivers, and I don't care who you are, your quarterback missing your 2,000-yard receivers, you're gonna struggle. But that also comes back to they don't scheme a good run game. They don't. They just don't. They don't. Like, Bill O'Brien has struggled. It's an NFL run game, like an old NFL run game. If you know what I mean? Like, it's like a 2014 NFL style run game where it's just no motion. You're not pulling. You're just kind of powering ahead. No. It's just very bland. Make a play, Jahmyr Gibbs. Which, good heavens, can Jahmyr Gibbs make plays? And that's where he needs to get better. But for those of you who like Bill O'Brien's the worst ever, the good news, he's going to be at Nebraska, Wisconsin. A couple other jobs are going to open up. He's going to be there. So I think you have 5 games left. Okay, actually, you still have like half a season left because you still have the SEC championship game. You still have potentially a playoff or a bowl game. Inconsistent. Yeah, Tennessee game wasn't on the offense, which is why I worried about the offense against big teams. Or good teams, I think it'll be fine. It's more performances like these with the inconsistency. Teams that necessarily aren't great, like Texas, not a great team. Texas is getting better. Texas is getting better, but they're not there yet. And they're 5-3. They've lost to Texas Tech. They lost to Oklahoma State today. Just kind of, I can't really. And today the offense wasn't great. I think part of the thing with the offense today, and this isn't to make an excuse for Bill O'Brien, because I think we're getting into a camp that I'm just straight up defending Bill O'Brien, which I don't mean to. I think he's okay. I don't think he's good or bad. I think he's fine, which is like the most lukewarm take you can have in a world of Bill O'Brien's the worst thing ever. And no, that's not me. He just doesn't scheme a good run game. And that's an issue against these good teams. And against, last year he took like LSU, and the offensive line isn't amazing like it has been in the past. And that's going to cause issues because you're not going to be able to road grade your way to a win, or, if you're, here's the biggest difference in like 2020, because they just blew everybody out. But like, you take Alabama over the last decade, for the most part, they go on the road. They face a halfway decent team. They score a couple times. They go up, but the opposing team cuts it to 20-14, and their crowd's getting into it. The game's getting intense. And what Alabama used to be able to do was what I like to call the Alabama drive: 6-yard carry, 5-yard carry, 4-yard carry, 3-yard carry, 6-yard pass, 5-yard carry, 7-yard carry, 13-yard carry, all the way down the field, touchdown. No tackles for a loss, no penalties. Quarterback just completes an easy couple of passes. That was the Alabama drive, and they haven't been able to do that in a long time. Now the Alabama drive is 6-yard completion, 6-yard completion, 15-yard completion, 10-yard completion. And that's the difference, and why I think on the road they've had issues.